Hello people, happy Sunday. Welcome back to another episode with me, Gino, from Real Everyday English, the YouTube channel that creates weekly content to help you people improve your English for absolutely free, zero cost. This week's topic is going to be telephone vocabulary. This idea was actually suggested by a subscriber, and I feel that to cover the whole of the topic, it's going to take more than one video, but in today's video I'm going to share with you some of the most common phrasal verbs that we use in conjunction with telephones. So without any further ado, let's get into the examples. Okay, so example number one this week is the phrasal verb break up. Now, we use this phrasal verb in a few different kinds of ways, contexts, but in the context of a telephone, it means that the line, the signal, when you are speaking to another person on the phone, isn't clear. So you might hear their voice in parts and not get the full picture. And if that is happening, you can say to somebody on the phone, "You what, mate? Sorry, I can't hear you. You're breaking up." Okay, example number two. This is actually two rolled into one. And they sound similar, but they mean different things. There's a subtle difference. So the first one is to hang up. Now, to hang up simply means to end the phone call. So you're talking to your friend, yeah, have a lovely day, goodbye. You press the button to hang up. So you ended the call once the conversation had ended. Now, there's also another phrasal verb which is very similar, but it has a different meaning, and this is to hang up on. Now, when you hang up on, you end the call before the conversation has ended. And there's a few different reasons why you might want to do that. If the other person is shouting at you down the phone, for example, you could be listening and think, "I've had enough of this. Hang up on." So that means I'm hanging up on somebody. And if you was the recipient of that, you could be talking to somebody on the phone and you could say, "They hung up on me." And it means they ended the call before the conversation had ended. Okay, number three is call back, which is pretty self-explanatory. To call someone back means to return a call. Or it can also mean, for example, if you're on the phone to someone and something happens, and you say, for example, one of your children has fell over and hurt themselves, you could say, "Oh, mate, I'm going to have to call you back because I've got something I need to deal with." So you put down the phone, you deal with what you need to deal with, and then you call them back. So in that case, you're not necessarily returning a call, but you are calling them back nonetheless. I hope you understand. Okay, number four this week is to dial in. Now, to dial in, used as a phrasal verb, simply means to join a conference call. Well, it does here in England. This is the way I hear it used. To dial in is, for example, you could be at work and you all sit around a table and you have a phone in the middle and you want to have a meeting with somebody who's in a different country or another site, for example. And there's a conference call, so you have to dial in. So you dial into the conference call and then you join the conference call and everybody can talk together. Okay, steaming ahead nicely today. We move on to number five, which is to put through. Now, to put through simply means to transfer the call. So, for example, if somebody rings the phone and I answer it, "Hello, Real Everyday English," and they ask for somebody who's on a different phone, then I could say, "Hang on a minute, I'll just put you through." And that means I'll transfer you to the other person. Okay, number six, which is very similar to number five, but it is different. Number six is get through. And get through simply means to reach the intended person and they pick up. So you are then connected. Once you connect with the person, you got through to the other person. So if you're trying to ring somebody and it just rings and rings and rings, you could say to somebody else, "I'm trying to ring him, but I cannot get through." And last but not least for this Sunday is to put on hold. And when somebody puts you on hold, it means that effectively they perk up your call to transfer onto another line so they can speak to someone else and then come back to you afterwards. So usually when you get put on hold, if it's by a person who you're talking to on the mobile phone, you'll hear nothing, you won't be able to speak, it's just dead until the person comes back. But if you are ringing a company, for example, then they might play some nice music to you while you're waiting. So yeah, that is to put on hold, and it means to basically perk the call up so then they can go and deal with another call and then come back to you at a later point without actually redialing your number. Okay, and that's it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned some new vocabulary, and I hope you can use this stuff when you go out there and you're having your conversations with your English speaking partners or English speaking friends. Please feel free to share this video with your English learning buddies if you think they might find it useful. As always, thank you for watching, and I greatly appreciate the support that I get from the subscribers on this channel on a regular basis. I really enjoy making these videos, and as long as people tell me that they're useful and that they like the videos, I'm going to continue making them. I don't know if you know, I don't think I've ever described it before, but I actually work full time. I'm just a language student who enjoys helping people through video. And why not? You know, it's nice to be nice. Anyway, I'll see you people in the next video. Until then, bye bye. Ciao.